Look at this. We found a village. Do, 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 do. Hello, villager. Get out. No, I want to sleep, please. I don't care that there are monsters nearby. I'm safe, I swear. That's one thing that sort of sucks about beds in Minecraft is that, I understand that they don't want you to just, like, sleep to get away from enemies and stuff like that, but when you're inside a building like this, I wish, like, maybe the bed would detect that there's a bunch of blocks around that encapsulate you, so you don't actually have a chance of getting attacked or whatever, and just let you sleep, you know, so I don't have to go out there and fight these mobs. Just let me kick out this villager and steal his bed. Is that too much to ask for? I don't think it is, you know? I'm just kicking him out of his bed. There's nothing wrong with that. What the... Okay, I fucked that up. This is the exit. There we go. Melons! Melon, melon, melon. Oh, yeah. Give me those sweet melons. I mean, who doesn't love some good melons? You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying. I just love me some melons. Love to play with them. Love to have them around me. It's all good. Ooh, more melons. Wow, one leather. One piece of leather. That is just so fantastic. Maybe I should just start stealing all of these banners, because then I can mark this place on my map. I'm gonna leave this one up and use it to mark the village. More melons! I've never really been to a village in this game where I saw a bunch of melons growing. This is kind of new for me. One nice thing about Minecraft is that it's always evolving, and so if you used to play Minecraft and you haven't for like a few years, there's a bunch of new stuff in here that you can do now, which is pretty nice. And that again adds to the longevity of Minecraft. I feel like it's one of those classic games that's just always gonna be around, you know? But who knows, maybe one day, Mojang will just screw it all up, and the game will be terrible, and everybody will just say, forget Minecraft, and if that day ever comes, it will be the end of an era. I know for some older players, they say that that already happened back in the, I think it was 1.9 update, like the combat update. I know a lot of people really hated the when they changed the combat system, where you have like this cooldown for swinging your sword or swinging your fists, and if you don't respect the cooldown, then it just reduces the damage that you cause by like a massive amount, which I do admit kind of sucks. I believe they did it because a lot of people would PvP, and they would just click as fast as they possibly could to go and beat their opponents, and so the game just basically became about like how fast can I click to go and beat people in PvP. And so I guess Mojang didn't like that. They wanted to sort of like even the playing field so more people could enjoy PvP. But what they ended up doing was kind of fucking over the PvP, and everyone hates it. But I'm interested in what they're going to do with the PvP in the future. Because what I heard was that they're going to make it so that there's no longer this cooldown thing, but there will be a cap for how fast you can click. And it's like a reasonable cap. I think it's like 8 clicks per second, you know. So somebody who can click 20 times per second like an absolute madman, you know, you don't have to worry about somebody like that just beating the hell out of you because they're kind of handicapped, you know. And the other thing that they were going to do, I believe, was that if you just hold down the attack button, your character will just keep attacking at the maximum speed. So that way people aren't, just rapidly clicking to go and fight each other when it comes to PvP in Minecraft, which is nice. And I like that. I feel like that's a better way of evening the playing field, because that way it doesn't like penalize you, for example, like mistiming your clicks or something like that. I really didn't like that system where they basically penalize you because, oh, you clicked a little bit too fast, and like the cooldown timer for like clicking is so slow. Like look at this. You see this like little sword thing that charges up after I swing? Like I can click so much faster than that. And sadly, I can't use any of my clicking powers because they just have this limit. Wood. Still exploring. I've played on the... What was it called? On the Xbox version of Minecraft, and let me tell you something. Last time I played it, I did not like it nearly as much as Java Edition. It was much laggier and just crappier all around. It sucked. Like Java Edition's where it's at as far as I'm aware. But who knows? I haven't played on the Xbox for a while. It might have improved. I remember I even got the Minecraft Pocket Edition when it, not when it first came out, but it was shortly after it first came out. Like, back then, they didn't have the Nether on the Pocket Edition back then. I think this was before they even had the End. And so, with the Pocket Edition, you had this nether reactor sort of thing that goes and just generates what's supposed to be kind of simulating the nether and nether-like resources in a small room for a limited amount of time, where you'll just like fight zombie pigmen and stuff like that and just try to survive and then collect any resources you can, and that was it. And I remember when I first had that happen, I was like, this is so messed up. I wanted to go to the Nether like I do in Java Edition, but game wouldn't let me. It wasn't, they didn't have the Nether yet. But now they do. Now Pocket Edition of Minecraft is much better than it used to be. You can do a whole lot more, which is good. I know a lot of people, they were kind of concerned when Microsoft took it over, thinking, oh no, they'll ruin the game. It's always a concern when a big company takes over a game, because you never know what they're going to do with it. Sometimes they'll make it better, sometimes they'll keep it about the same, and other times they'll just make it god-awful trash that nobody wants any part of. Perfect example of a company that likes to do that is a company like EA. I know they've got a bad reputation for ruining games and shoving tons of microtransactions down everyone's throat, which nobody likes. But it is what it is. Gaming companies, man, they're something else. Who knows what goes on in most of those executives' heads. I mean, I've seen and heard of gaming companies doing some moves that, like, when you look at it, you just question so hard the intelligence of whoever's running that operation. Like, one incident I remember I heard of several months back was when people were trying to go and have a Super Smash Bros. Tournament. I think it was on an old version of the game before they really had, and they didn't really have any sort of online multiplayer for that original version they were playing. And so plenty of people, they created emulators, which I'm still not 100% sure what that is, to basically play the game online with other people and have a big tournament. And this was like an old game people hadn't been playing for quite a while, and instead of Nintendo just saying, hey, people are going and creating this huge interest in this old game we had, and we may make some fresh sales on it, and that's a great thing. Maybe we should like sponsor it and have prize money or something. Instead, Nintendo was like, how dare you have fun with my video game? That's not allowed. Fun isn't allowed here. No online multiplayer stuff. Hell no. And so they just like shut them down. They were like threatening to sue, I think, and stuff like that. It's just, which was just a terrible, terrible thing, in my opinion. Like, if people are interested in your game, and it's like an old game you don't really make any new sales on, and people are generating fresh new interest in it so you can make more sales, why on earth would you, like, spit in the face of that? You're, like, spitting in the face of your fans, and it just makes no sense to me whatsoever why on earth you would ever do such a thing. But, you know, like I said, gaming companies, they're weird, man. Sometimes they'll just do stuff like that, and it just makes you really question what the hell is wrong with them. They seem to, like, hate their fans sometimes. I don't know why.